Dude, that'd be
Brains against the
so
wall.
whack. Cause it's like a quiet place. Cause like they have to have all these precautions in order for them to
Yeah.
just survive. Like they have to
I
put
like
the
the
sand
sands and
on the
everything.
ground.
Oh yeah.
Like the world would just get to that, I think.
Alright, I've got a
Except-
new. I
Yeah.
know we're having fun with the zombies, and you guys can choose to go back to it in a second, but I've got another
Sure.
hypothetical.
Absolutely, dude. This is a drink break, but we don't drink, so just go for it.
Okay, Among Us hit game right now.
Played it today.
PV, you're in Among Us. What would you do? You're in space, and you find out there's like some
Ooh.
alien imposter.
Oh.
What would you do?
Make sure everyone knew I was in medbay doing my tasks.
I'd report Red because he's sus.
It's kind of sus though.
You do be venting.
I saw this thing, and it was literally like a video of like Blue killing someone, and in the comments it's like, yeah, but Red is kind of sus.
Kind of sus.
I was playing with Mika.
Yeah.
And we just said, hey, let's vote out Bryce as a joke. And no one was actually doing it. But the second the game started, I called an emergency meeting and voted him out.
He got
That's so
so
good.
mad, dude.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I got imposter 3 games in a row. Like out of the I think maybe 6 hours I've played of that game total so far. The first 4 hours of it I had played 2 imposter games, and then this afternoon, out of nowhere, I got 3 in a row, and I'm just
Damn.
it was crazy. I obviously won all 3, but
Yeah. Yeah, obviously, dude.
it's so broken. Because the first time, Charlie's like, "Holy shit, you got an imposter game." I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And then the second time, he's just like, "Holy shit, you got it again." I'm just like, "Yeah, dude." And then the third time, at the end of it, he's just hacks. There's hacks.
It's
I just
such a-
imagine
it's
Cass.
such
I
a
just imagine
good
Cass's
game.
reaction to be that guy in the Geometry Dash thing.
Oh my god! Say what you will, but my vent kills, cleanest vent kills this side of the Mississippi.
Boys, tell me when you're on. I want to play with you.
After this.
Yeah, man.
After this.
Really
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
What do you think the law is behind the Among Us? I don't know if there is law because I haven't heard anything. Like, is the imposter like some Russian dude who's just? or
I
is it
think
like
it's an alien.
Nah,
Wait,
probably not.
Joe.
It's an alien.
Joe.
That's what I assumed, but like, what was the where do you find this law, bro?
I'm
Yeah,
pretty.
true.
It's like
I'm pretty
you
sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm pretty sure it's based off the game Mafia.
Yeah, no, I know that. Like, it was originally going to be called Space Mafia, but
That's not that cool.
Among Us is
Yeah.
a better name, I reckon.
yeah,
Dude, it's such a dude. I like Among Us because it makes you think that the imposters are aliens. That's what I like to think.
yeah.
Because dude, whenever they execute you, they have abnormal abilities. Like the one
Like,
where
they stab you
like
with the tongue.
they open their mouth and their tongue just comes out and eats you, dude. I'm just kind of like, okay, well, I wouldn't say that most of the population could do that, so I'm going to assume that these are
I don't know.
extraterrestrial beings.
I don't know about you, fam, but whenever I'm feeling a little bored, just kind of the mouth 180 degrees and just spike some bitch with my tongue.
I just got bad mistake with my tongue.
Ding, ding, ding. Do you guys hear that? Ding ding ding. Do you guys hear that?
What?
I think I do.
It means
this?
drink breaks over. So new topic.
Ah, dude.
Zombies but in space.
Zombies in space. Honestly, not as big a problem as you might expect.
Yeah, because
Just
it's like
fucking-
once you kill them, like
Yeah, just run them all into the airlock. Just
Boys, have you seen Alien? Like the
Yeah.
OG Alien?
yeah.
anyone? Dude,
I think so.
that movie genuinely scares me. Because, dude, what would you do in that? Okay, Among Us type ship, you have a crew, but there's like a seriously deadly alien on the ship, dude.
oh, like the thing.
But the space shuttle can only support a certain amount of people. What would you do? And dude, remember, everything that you do, you have to negotiate with your team. So you can't just go, oh yeah, I'll just take the shuttle, because, dude, everyone else wants to see their families too.
Yeah.
Okay, really quick.
Yeah.
So, in your hypothetical, are you saying like, say there's 7 people originally, then one alien comes in, which makes 8 people, but it's like, say it's like a Rick and Morty type thing where like they implant into your memories.
Oh
So you
no!
So you can't. So they don't spread. There's only one alien the whole time, but like you remember everybody, and you have like kind of a connection to everybody.
Mm.
Oh no, that would suck because then like
And the ship can only support 7
yeah,
people. So like,
true. Oh, that's better, dude. That's cool.
and
So,
like,
like,
okay, say
there's-
everyone wants
yeah.
to see your family, like you said. What if like this is your family, like your whole family's on the ship, but then there's one person embedded
They're fake.
itself into your memory.
Dude,
And-
is it possible to loophole them? Is it possible to find any weakness in the memory? Like, because in Rick and Morty, they did the whole thing of just like
No,
the
no,
memories are
you
never
only have-
bad.
Yeah, you can only have good memories of them.
There's no loophole
then-
to it except for the fact that like this is where the Among Us thing kind of comes in. You got to find them doing something sus, you know.
No, but the thing, dude, that's tough, dude. Because like, what do you do? And like, are we still using the space shuttle thing? Like, so you can just leave
All right,
if
okay.
you want.
Let me.
But everyone has
no,
like
no space
trust.
shuttle. No space shuttle. Like,
No.
okay, let
What
me
can you do then?
let me help you comprehend it a bit better. New example. Us four. We're all friends, right? We're in a ship together.
Joe, you're not telling me that you're fake right now, bro.
No, no, no.
Not
Go
John
the
Marlon.
imposter.
Anything but
what?
John.
I just got word from Abunga,
Surely
right?
possible.
He paid for me.
No.
He just told me that one of us is an alien, and it's embedded itself into our memories. So I don't know which one
Yeah.
of you isn't actually the real you, right? But our ship, this Discord server right now, can only support 3 people. What are we gonna do?
Kill Gab.
Cass, got anything to say?
Kaz is acting
Bro,
kinda
are you
sus. I report
serious?
him.
Cass, dude, you've been really quiet since Mozart released that new album, bro.
Wait, did you say Mozart?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Alright.
no, because obviously our spaceship is in a time thing where time on Earth is actually going backwards. It's like Interstellar, except it's going backwards. So
This
Mozart,
little
dude,
maneuver's
he
gonna
just,
cost us 47
he just
years.
released for release. Slash.
Shit bopping.
Nah, dude.
Who the hell?
Did
Whose
shut-
moat is this? Like, what cars is surrounding? What art does he make, bro?
Who's what?
Like, which moat is making all this art?
Dude, shut up, bro. Mozart. Why does he have it? How does he have so much art?
Which castles does he surround, bro?
Yeah. Wait, dude, go back to a little 4-man thing. Okay. You know, it's a dark. Okay. It's a dark night on the spaceship. Mika just finished eating his Mika-rang with tuna.
Wait, hang on. Is it day on the
Tuna?
spaceship whenever the ship rotates, or like?
The controls have broken.
Okay.
The ship is staying idle. Oxygen needs to be replaced in the next 48 hours.
Gab, stop.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't eat tuna with Mega Ring, dude.
That's the biggest problem here. There's
You
an
can't-
alien.
Bro, I don't care if the stupid oxygen runs out. I don't eat tuna with my Mega Ring.
I'd rather suffocate on my mama. I'm not, I haven't
On
done
my
that.
mama.
Nick is acting kind of sus right now.
He's acting kind of sus, dude. I never see him eat tuna in his Mega ring.
Dude, I just saw him make a vent, no cap.
Yeah, dude. Controls are out. The ship can't move. It is locked in the same position.
This summer, someone ate tuna in their Mega Ring.
Yeah.
But we know it wasn't Mecca
It
because he
tasted
was
good.
in bed doing his tasks.
It
I
was
just came from
Cass.
electrical, so it was fine. I just came from bottom side and then left, right, up.
Yes, those are the
That's,
options.
that's kind of sus.
Alright, guys, this is kind of reminding me of my favorite quote.
What?
So there's this guy, and he's kind of young, and he says this, bazinga, and like, I think his name's Sheldon, and it really speaks levels to me. It kinda
Sheldon
reminds me
sus.
Okay, time for a new segment. I'm introducing
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
We have to say a quote, and everyone else has to guess what
Guess
What thing it's from?
or like what movie, what TV show, whatever it's from.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay,
Cass,
uh,
go.
I'll go first. Do you think God stays in heaven because he
Oh,
too
Spike
fears
is-
what he's
Spike
created?
is
Dude,
too.
let me finish it.
Like it's too.
This man has it down bad. Damn, bro. I just remember the thumb people, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Someone else with a quote.
Alright, I've got one. Use Fortnite creator code Gandhi in the Fortnite item shop. Bro, that's from my
Ali,
movie.
eh?
Can we
No.
vote? Can we
That's from
vote Kick
Gandhi.
Kicker?
Yeah, dude. Dude, he's acting sus. Get him out the shit, bro.
No!
Guys,
Fortnite doesn't exist in space.
Guys,
Yeah,
I've got a
what?
good quote.
All right.
Bazinga.
Oh, shut up.
No, I've got one. Life finds a way.
Planet of the Apes?
No.
Mean Girls. Same movie.
B movie.
No. Do you guys want a hint?
Yes.
It's in so many movies, but alright.
What kind of hint would you like?
Life finds a way. What? Oh, I know this.
Is it Alien?
It's a
Is it
space
literally-
movie. It's a
Jurassic
space
World.
one.
Not close.
Oh, is it Jurassic Park or some shit?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Okay, not space actually. Sorry about
Life
that.
finds a way.
I bet you it's in Alien.
I thought it was.
I think it probably is, but I think it's like, I just remember it being really popular in Jurassic Park, like, because
Life
Steven
finds a way.
Spielberg set that scene up to be a very important scene.
Yeah.
Classic Steven, he would. He would.
Steven. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
god, that really hurt. Ow. Yeah, we're on the random noises segment of the podcast.
The time. 9:57. Dude, we've really hit that point at the night where like the Discord starts getting funny.
This that's getting whack, bro. Dude, we should,
like,
dude. Should I
Turns
just?
into a fever dream, you know, when it gets this late.
Yeah, everyone turn their
after
lights
party.
out.
MGGM after party starts now.
Oh, after party.
Oh, I'm turning on my fairy lights and then turning off the actual lights, bro.
Facts.
Fairy lights, Jesus Christ.
Cat, you can't. Don't lie to me. It's baller.
Okay, listen. Every single piece of furniture I own, black. Okay, I have the ceiling lights and I have a bedside light. Right? You don't catch me with none of that fairy light bullshit.
Yeah,
Okay.
get that out of here.
That's a sign of weakness, bro. I'm an alpha
He's an alpha male, yeah.
with my fairy lights.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, like the video if you know what fairy lights are. That's good. Alright, let's.
When did we actually start?
I don't know, but
Hang
dude,
on.
can I just say, I'm like, this is probably a thing I should say post podcast, but this has definitely been my favorite one yet.
I
We've really
agree,
hit
dude.
some really
It's
cool topics, man.
This has got to be our best one.
This is,
Let's
dude,
just keep going. And if
let's
it gets
keep
too late, we
going,
can
dude.
split it into two
Fine.
parts.
It's
Yeah.
been going for 1 hour and 29 minutes.
wow,
We
dude,
can just set it
yeah.
into two parts, bro.
Act 1, Act 2, zombies in
Yeah.
space, boys.
One
We should do story time.
Oh, okay.
Spice it up a
good.
bit.
Okay,
Story-
who wants
oh,
to
yeah,
start with the story?
All right. I'm gonna tell you guys.
Tell us the school camp one.
Ah,
Tell us the school camp one.
Gavin, you have a good school camp one.
School camp. What about you guys?
Wait, that's not okay. Bleep that out.
I
Alright,
filled,
yeah, sure.
I filled about 15.5 liters worth of toilet bowls with shit because I just
Yes.
okay. All right, so it was
Alright,
us, right?
rewind.
Yeah, back in the summer of '89. No, all of us on the German immersion camp. It was probably like year 9, right?
Yep.
And so it was a pretty small cohort, just vibing. And I think I can't remember where we went, but basically one night we had curry for dinner, right? I'm pretty sure you guys remember. Maybe not, but basically
Okay, was it a spicy one? Like, is this?
a little bit. It was like butter chicken, right? But like
It-
it
tangy,
wasn't a
yeah.
it wasn't a spicy curry by any.
Yeah,
you
got
know.
ya.
it made Layla, weep. So it's basically the same spice as like a Coles mint.
A strawberry.
um, so,
Cole's mint was better. I like that.
so yeah, yeah, a lot of people they like didn't get through it, right? But me, being the absolute iron gut that I am, just said, "All right, ladies and gents, pile it on in." So my fat ass was sitting there for 45 minutes, chowing down on 4.5 plates of this curry, right? Like a lot of people got maybe 3/4 through one plate. I quite literally finished off 4 people.
Was this okay? Just for this to make sense in my mind, was
Yeah.
this at the time where you were really, really getting fit?
Yeah, this was when this was FitCast. Like this was
Okay,
back,
that
back
makes
in the day.
okay. There we
This
go.
was back in the day where I had zero chill, like the 100 push-ups in 2 minutes, kind of zero chill.
Yeah, dude.
Like fuck knows I can't do that now. But
Yeah, I know, dude. This man's a beast.
year 9 me was off the fucking charts.
Oh my
Anyway.
God.
Anyway, so yeah, I was just putting it away. I was fucking, one plate in either hand, just gobbling it down like a glizzy gladiator.
Oh.
And then, I was like, all right, 4.5 plates, that'll do me. At this point, I had accrued like an audience. People people would come from far and wide across the like
Wait, people just like watching you eat.
all
Just
over the
going,
place.
"Oh,
Yeah.
no way."
They were
Oh,
just
dude.
like, who is this kid? And can I get his
Damn.
autograph? So yeah, I was enjoying my 5 minutes of fame, just having eaten 6.5 metric tons of butter chicken curry.
Yeah, what happened after that? So I imagine your stomach started feeling a little bit.
Yeah, the next day we went for a bushwalk, right? Like we went for a bit of a walk to the activity place, like out in the bush that we were gonna like spend the majority of that day at, right? And then we'd walk back. So basically, we got out there, did a couple of activities. It was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? And that's when a 6.7 magnitude earthquake struck my goddamn ass. Like,
Oh,
it got to the
wait,
point
on the walk?
Oh my
no, sorry, this was
gosh,
in the middle of. So I'm just like, all right, okay, all right. So we were doing an activity, and then it was in the heat of the day, right? Like 12:30, 1 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
And then I just kind of put my hand up or whatever, and I said, "Could I go to the bathroom?" And the person running it's just like, yeah. Do you need a like?
Expecting of the avalanche that was coming.
Oh, he had no idea, kid. So and then I was like, look, if I could do it here, I would. And then he's like, all right, you're gonna have to go back to the camp, to like the resort place to, take care of your business.
Wait,
because
remember
that
this,
ain't gonna
I
fly
remember
out here,
this.
chief. And I'm like, all right, that's fine. So I ran 100 meters in 6.7 seconds. I ran the fastest
Oh my God.
any human has ever moved in the history of movement, right? I covered like the 1.5 kilometer, walk back
Yeah, dude, Usain Bolt's got nothing on
in a
constipated cats.
minute and a half. In a minute and a half, there were contrails coming off my darting back to that place, right? And it was there was a doomsday clock going in my head, right? Like I could see the exact millisecond that it was all gonna be over.
Oh, dude.
I
Okay,
was-
hold on. So you get there, you lock yourself in the thing. How long were you in there?
I didn't even have time to lock the door. I didn't have enough time to close the door.
You didn't have enough time to take down your pants.
I was burning rubber around the corner into the bathroom, pants around my ankles, like 20 meters before the start of the bathroom, dude.
Oh my
I
God.
got in,
Oh,
fucking
jeez,
put
man.
holes in the floor underneath the toilet from sitting down so hard. And
Dude.
I was in there with my, my head between my knees because my stomach hurt so bad for for almost 2 hours.
Dude, that's
I
a shame
just-
you didn't tell me, bro. I was pretty hungry at the time.
I absolutely stained that porcelain. You have no idea.
Yeah.
Chernobyl ain't got nothing
Oh my
on year
God.
9 me.
Poor cleaners.
They're just like, "Ay, Diablo."
Yeah, literally. I got there and I had to flush the toilet 3 times before I even started wiping because fuck knows it wasn't gonna have it wasn't gonna have enough capacity to hold that.
Yeah, you're starting getting lifted off the seat. You need to push it down. Oh, yikes.
And then yeah, after that finished, I walked back out feeling probably about 6 kilos lighter. I walked out that bitch, and then
Feeling like
just
you're
as I was about to head,
floating.
yeah, just as I was about to head back,
His
like to
feet
the
didn't touch
activity
the
place,
ground.
everyone came back and they're just like, "Where the fuck were you?" And I just turned to fucking, I think it might have been Lockie or
Yeah.
whoever, and I was just a dark place.
I've been to hell and back, soldier.
I didn't speak to them about it for the rest of the bloody camp because my fucking asshole felt like the inside of a goddamn volcano. You have no
was
idea.
there any aftershock? Like, did
Oh,
you feel anything
jeez,
after,
bro.
like, in the
Yeah,
next few
dude.
days?
Every time I took a shit for the next month, it just gave me PTSD from when I sent that toilet to the Shadow Realm. You have no idea.
You shadow banned to the portal.
Oh,
Put the bitch in the upside down.
but the thing is though, it wasn't food poisoning. Like, I doubt it was food poisoning.
I think it's just quantity.
I don't know what it was, but something went horrifically wrong in the steps between 4.5 plates of curry.
Dude,
know,
two
four
and a half
atoms
tons of
collided in your body,
shit.
and then it was all over.
It was, oh my god, it
You
was
know what it
so
probably was?
bad.
What?
It was probably like the 50-ton like bucket of of like spice flavoring they use, which cost them 50 cents. Like 1 cent per ton.
God, dude, all the fake soy sauce and stuff was just like shoved in there.
Jeez, bro.
Alright,
That's
I've got a
so
story,
festy.
but it's not funny. It's just like
No, dude, we're sharing poop stories this
no,
Sunday
no,
section.
no, I don't have any poop stories. I've just got funny. I've got a scary story, which isn't that scary, bro.
Dude, I'll tell you what, if you tell it right now, I'll add some like campfire sound effect behind. As like a backdrop would be cool. Go for it.
It's a short story, and it's not that like it's not super scary. It's just like it was scary to me when it happened.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, so this was back in like, was it like 2017 or 2016 when like the whole clown thing happened? That was-
No, I knew you were going to talk about this. I felt like you were going to talk about this.
Yeah, bro. So, this was before it became a huge thing. Like, it was just the same month. And I didn't know too much about the whole clown thing. But anyways, my room was at the front of the house, at the bottom level. And I had a window right by my bed. Like, it's literally, my bed is up against the window. And so I'm laying, and I'm up during the night. And I just woke up, literally like 1 a.m. maybe. And I look out the window. And I don't know what woke me up, but I swear on my life, I saw some guy running full speed at the house.
Ooh.
Bro,
I
that's
was like-
messed.
And like, it was terrifying, so I like hid under the sheets. Like any like year 7, year 8 would do, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so anyways, I wake up in the
Jeez,
morning.
bro.
Wake up in the morning. Anyway, sorry. I wake up and I'm getting ready for school the next day, and I'm
And then
still
go
a
back
bit-
to bed.
still a little bit shaken up, and I go outside, and I'm like, there's no way that was real. I'm just seeing things, right? I look, and there's like these really long, like, it's almost like someone grabbed the gravel of my driveway and just dragged it for a while. Like, it was bigger than a footprint. So I was like, okay, I don't think.
No
Okay,
way.
so that's not footprint.
No way.
But I tried running next to it, and you know what happened? The gravel slips under my foot with every step, making the exact same like trails.
No. That's terrifying.
And I was like, okay, so I'm convinced that someone ran at my house that night, and also like,
Dude, no. Wait,
Yeah.
do you have like a mental image of the person? Did you just see like a silhouette run?
it was
or
more
did
like
you
a silhouette.
actually-
Yeah, it was like it was pretty dark outside. It's 1 a.m. And it's just like the silhouette
Ah.
of the guy running, and I'm like, bro, no thanks. Also,
Bro, that's scuffed.
this isn't like this is like way less scary, but like recently, since I moved into my sister's old room, This is just reminding me of it. I keep hearing like noises in the wall,
What, bro?
and I don't get scared that like someone's in the wall right now. But like even today, I heard it, and I literally just bang on the wall. Like I'm like, if there's a homeless man in this wall, just shut up.
Just shut up. I'm trying to get to sleep, bro.
It's like, hey, I'm not trying to get you kicked out, but shut the fuck up.
But no, and then no, I think my house has always had just like random noise in the wall, like
Probably just a
rats.
possum.
Yeah, rats or
Dude,
possums.
yeah, we have rats in our walls, and I hear them all the time, and they're just like.
Also, Gavin, you know that so you know my street. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
like there's like a pathway to like a road nearby your road. Like,
I know that.
yeah, if I wanted to walk to your house, Gavin, I'd walk down my street and go through this path.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I know.
Yeah, I know
what
what you're talking about. Yeah.
And the same for the listeners. It's just like this really like wooded area. There's like a concrete path for like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, and the rest is all like woods.
Yeah.
Or like
Some
bush.
bitch had to Google map that.
Anyways, you go through, and this was the same month I saw someone run at me, and I was like, bruh. And I'd seen all those videos of clowns staring at people, and my dumbass decided to watch the original It movie that month.
No.
Oh my god, Joe.
And I walked through, and I tell you not, every little sound I heard in that pathway, I got like halfway through the pathway, and I heard another sound, and I was like, done, and I just ran. I was like, nope.
Right, yeah, that's bad.
To be honest, that's like the only horror movie that's really scared me in a while. Like, the last horror movie that scared me was Hereditary, and that was like, I was actually like so shocked that it scared me because I hadn't been scared by a horror movie in like a few years. But yeah, that's my story. That's my man runs at me during the night, and it gets confirmed with evidence, and now I'm freaked out.
Yeah, the clown thing was a big thing, eh?
Yeah, the most scared I think I've ever been would probably be on a bivouac that I went on. So, you know, for people that don't know what a bivouac is, for, you know, obvious reasons, because it's a fucking stupid word.
Military cadet camp.
Yeah, right. It's a camp, like it's a bush survival type camp, right? And this was when I was this is when I was still a leading cadet, actually. Yeah.
How old were you? Like,
This would have been at some point last year, so I was like 15.
yeah.
You know, so I wasn't like little, but basically we were in the proficiency stage section. So there were two sections that stayed within earshot of the driveway to the firing range, like that we were using. So this firing range, first corner, like the I think it's the northwest corner of the property, is like a firing range, and then it extends to 800 meters, so it's a pretty big one. And then if you have a look at the map of the entire property, the firing range doesn't even cover a tenth of the length of one side of the property. Like, it is a colossal block of land. It's huge. It's probably about 10 kilometers squared of, you know, just thick bushland, right?
Wild Australian outback.
Yeah. So at that point in time, I was the section commander.
Sorry, can you say that again? Sorry, you cut out.
I was the section commander at that point in time for our section, for the proficiency section. So there was about 6 of us, including me. And
so you were in charge of them?
I was in charge at that point, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so, dude, this is bad. If this is scary, because that means that you like...
yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Right, go for it.
So it was probably about 7:30. We had stopped for dinner, and we were on a leg of trip where it was just us, so there was no staff. Like, they had gone off to, you know, do whatever the fuck. But basically, we had a map, we had a compass, we knew where we were going. It was about a hike to our camping site.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was about 7:30 at night. So the six of us.
So you guys were finding were going to find a place to like set up camp.
Well, we knew where we were. Like, we had been given coordinates on the map where our campsite was going to be, and we had, drawn up bearings and stuff. So we knew where we were going.
Yeah.
And, navigation wasn't a problem, like, because 5 out of 6 of us there were, top shit with navigation,
Yeah,
right?
you were doing. Yeah.
And yeah, it was like not a doubt in anyone's mind that we were going in the right direction. So that wasn't an issue. But the problem was, it was right down like it was heading basically to the center of the property. So there were no fences, lights, there was no roads, there was no nothing, right? It was just straight up, completely butt fuck nowhere bush.
Yeah.
And it was pitch black. It was absolutely dead black. And we had because the other thing is on night activities, you can't use white lights. You have to use red filtered lights.
Yeah, because it messes with your eyes.
Because red light doesn't mess with the dilation of pupils and stuff like that. So you still retain your night vision.
Yeah,
but
that's a
you
fun
still
fact,
have
eh,
light.
boys?
Yeah. So
No one else talks. All right, never mind.
2 of us
Alright.
had torches. So we'd have one person at the front with a torch, who had the they had the torch, and they had the compass, and then the person behind them had the map, and then then we had radios, and then the other 2 people, and then me at the back with the other torch, because. I mean, depending on different formations, the section commander will be in different positions. But at that point in time, just hiking single file, chatting
So
along.
wait,
merrily.
you were at the back?
Yeah, and I was at the back with the
Dude,
torch,
that's like,
with the
oh
second
no.
torch. And we were about a third the way through our hike, so we were way away from camp. So we were probably about an hour away at that point, because it doesn't take that long to get that far, but it was really hilly. It was really thick bush. We were carrying about 15 kilos of gear each, and we were tired as well. So we were just kind of taking it slow, taking pretty frequent breaks, and just having a good time.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah,
now,
we get a
what
third.
happened?
We get a third the way into the hike,
Yeah.
and then the batteries in the front torch go flat.
Oh no.
So
And with the back, that means if there was a monster, you'd get snatched first.
that's
so
scary.
so the torch at the front goes flat, and then they're like, shit, I can't see
Yep.
anything. And I'm like, don't worry, I got a torch back here, you can have this one. So we set up the system, because at the back, basically, I could see with the torch where everyone was, and if anyone had like left, wandered off or whatever. But it got to the point that I couldn't see jack shit, because the person at the front had the torch shining in front of them so that they could see so that they didn't like walk off a cliff or whatever, because why not?
Yeah.
So we had to have one hand on the person in front of our shoulder, so we had like a conga line to make sure that no one got lost. And it was at that point that I legitimately did not even bother opening my eyes. I was just walking with my eyes closed, because it made no difference in vision. It made literally no difference having my eyes closed,
Jeez.
which is a really weird feeling. Like
so
walking around and literally just putting every single ounce of your faith in the person in front. They're not going to step on a snake or in a hole or in a, whatever, right? And then that's when, I swear to God, all of the shit fell out of my bag. I didn't touch it, I didn't move it, it had been rock solid for hours, and then all of a sudden, every single knot, latch, clip, buckle on my bag, every single one at once broke. Every single one.
What?
At exactly the same time.
Are you?
And,
wait, are you serious?
I thought someone had just been taking the piss and they'd broken off and just, snuck behind me, because I was walking with my eyes closed, so I didn't even know if anyone had done anything at all, right? So I just assumed someone had, snuck behind me and unclipped all of my shit. So like, my hoochie and what else did I have on the back? I don't know.
Which is
Some
just a
random-
camping tent.
Yeah. So I had like the camo tarp that, we were basically had one each to sleep under. That fell out, everything else fell out, and everyone, just kind of spun around and was like, what the fuck was that? I'm just like, I don't know, lads, you tell me, fucking, having a laugh. And then when the person at the front turned around, I could see everyone in the section looking at me. So there was no one behind me. Right? Every single one in the section was in front of me. So I'm just like, all right, which one of you did it? And they're just like, did what? And I was just like,
Oh no
nah,
way.
you're come on. Which one of you snuck around and undid my bag? And they're like, we've been walking in a line the entire time. And at that point, I'm
Bro.
just, okay, that's weird. Whatever. Packed all my shit up, got back in line, kept walking. And at that point, I was getting kind of tired, and it was dead quiet as well. Like, just after sunset, you know, the birds and stuff were still making noise. At that point, we were the only noise in the bush. Pitch black. And yeah, this was about another hour in, right? So we were a little over
Yeah.
halfway. And someone in our section just legit falls over. Like, they just fall over out cold. Like, they didn't trip over, they collapse. Right? They dead ass
What, bro?
collapse. Yeah.
Oh, Slender Man.
Yeah, and then, you know, everyone's wigging the fuck out, like, holy shit, what happened? So, you know, I ran up to them, and, you know, I just kind of shook them a bit and, like, you know, checked their pulse and all that sort of shit, right? Because, you know, they obviously weren't fucking around. Like, they hit the ground hard.
Mm.
Ooh.
And, you know, I was looking around trying to make sure that everything was alright. And then after a couple seconds, they, you know, woke back up and you know, they were just sweating. They were sweating. It was about 8 degrees,
What, bro?
and they were sweating like a pig.
Actually, no, that's a thing. Have you heard about it? It's called, I forgot what it's called, but when you're so cold, it gets to the point where you think you're overheating, and a lot of people
And then
actually
you
die.
start taking off your jackets and stuff.
Yeah, and a lot of people die because they start taking off their clothes because they start feeling like they're so
Whoa.
hot.
It wasn't quite that, I don't think, but
Oh, okay, right.
you know,
Wait,
I
so
think
don't know.
did he
hypothermia.
faint? Or did he...
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he had like epilepsy or something like that, but either
Can you
way.
imagine if you found like a little dart in his back?
But yeah, we checked
Oh
him for
my
bite
God.
marks and all that sort of thing, and the guy with the torch scanned around for anything that was moving or anything like that. And at that point, we're like, nah, fuck it. We're setting up camp here. We're not going any further than that. This guy's munted himself. We're gonna set up camp here, and we'll get up a little earlier to make, you know, the checkpoint tomorrow morning. So we walked like, you know, another sort of 100 meters sort of thing to find an okay place to set up. And we did. Took us a little while to set up because there was only one torch to get 6 like hoochies up. And then we got to sleep, but you know, at that point it was so cold and that sort of thing, you don't like get changed into pajamas. You put the tent up, you put a tarp on the ground, you put the bag behind your head, you take your boots off and you go to sleep. That's it. So, yeah, I was asleep for I don't know how long, but I basically woke up to like scratching and rustling.
Bro, no. Oh, no.
And yeah, there were no torches on, so it was quite literally pitch black. So I was lying dead still
No.
in my hoochie, and like, because we all set up tents close to each other, because you know that's just how it works. And you know, in like 2 hoochies over whatever, I heard, you know, rustling of leaves and scratching on the, like,
Bro,
you know, when you're
oh,
running your
no.
fingers across like tent fabric, you know, that kind of like,
Ooh.
yeah.
No.
So it was like someone was, you know, running their
Stalking
hands
you.
up and down the
Good cheese.
hoochie quickly, and you know, I'm like, I don't know if someone's just having a bad dream or what. I'm just gonna stay put, because the first thing that everyone does in a horror movie is, let's go investigate. Me? Nah, I'm going the fuck back to sleep. So
Yeah.
I go back to sleep, and I don't know how much time had passed, but I woke up again to exactly the same sound. And then I'm like, all right, fine, fuck it, whatever. I'm gonna go see if someone's having a fit. So I get up, put my boots on, and you know, check the tent directly to my right. You know, she's dead. You know, gone. She's like completely asleep. So I'm
dead.
like, all right, she, you know,
See.
she's fucking dead. Nah. Anyway, she was
just
yeah,
dead, yeah.
she was out cold. It wasn't her. And then I went to the next tent over to the guy that like fell over, right? The guy that collapsed, and he was like rolling around, and I'm pretty sure he was asleep. I didn't see him properly because it was pitch black, but he was rolling around in his sleep and you know, all that sort of thing. And for story's sake, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I don't know if it actually a little dehydrated and tired, but I could have sworn that I heard him like muttering,
What?
like sleep talking muttering sort of thing.
What,
And
bro?
yeah, he was thrashing around the place and all that sort of thing. And then I'm like, dude, this ain't it. This ain't it. I'm not fucking with this. So I go in, shake the guy awake, and then he just kind of like stops. I shake him to wake him up, and then he just stops. And then he looks at me and he goes, "What?" And I'm like, "The fuck do you mean what? You've been skitzing out for the past hour and a half. What the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh, okay.
Sorry, mate.
mate.
Sorry, mate." And I'm like,
Possessed.
Are you good, homie? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm fine.
It's fine.
And then
That was nice.
Yeah, and then I just kind of go, fuck me, dude. so I go back into my tent, and then yeah, we wake up in the morning, and then we finish our hike to the checkpoint. But that night, dude, the the fucking sounds that I heard when I woke up and when I was walking back to my tent, like the scattering and the scratching and stuff and the muttering. I was so ready to get my asshole resized by
Dude.
Slenderman or some shit.
Oh,
Wait.
dude, yeah, that's
So-
that's okay.
Skitzing out.
Wait, Kaz, do you
Yeah.
actually think there was something else out there with you? Or was it just him?
Oh yeah, I am willing to bet money that at any given point there were at least 2 snakes within 10 meters. Like it
Jeez, bro.
was in summer as well, so
It was
because it was
snake
summer.
season then.
during the
Oh,
day
Mika,
it gets
What-
really
what?
hot.
I saw something scary
What?
that goes really well with Cass's story. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you copy the goat
Yes?
man?
No.
No, dude.
Oh.
Oh no, boys.
Give us some context.
Oh, okay, hold on. There's this horror game, and it's basically it's called an indie horror game, just because it's like not that well developed, but it's like still really cool.
Yeah.
And basically, you are this person that's up in this like patrol tower, in like this really nice what's it called, like a wildlife preservation, whatever it is,
Yeah,
Like a national park.
national
a
reserve.
national park. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just full forest, right?
Mhm.
There's just nothing, and people just hike through there, and there's like apparently a bit of context. There's been a lot of cases about missing hikers, and this rumor about this thing that's been taking them called the Goat Man, right?
Oh, that's actually
And-
based on real folk
Oh
legends.
god, it's just horrific, bro. And you here, like, because you stay up in this patrol tower the entire time, like literally just like a 7x7 meter room. That's all you get to play in.
Yeah.
And there's this microphone, and you go up to it, and you hear audio
It's
of
yeah,
like,
it's like
of
a
this
little radio thing.
panicking, yeah, this panicking person who's been on a hike, and they're saying, you know, I'm lost. Is anyone there? Do you copy? And then you answer, and you get to pick how you respond.
It's kind
and-
of like Minecraft story mode.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you
it's
have
like it's like
different
it's like a
options you can
multiple
choose.
choice thing.
And then,
and then
if you choose the wrong thing, he'll die.
He will get taken by the goat
Yeah.
man. But there's
And-
this really horrific ending, and it's horrific because it like breaks the third wall, because it's kind of like you are deciding his life. It's like you are playing a game in a game, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
But then it gets scary, and this is why it scares me so much, is because if you make this bad choice towards the end of the game, then he says, oh,
Is this a spoiler?
yeah, he says,
No,
oh,
no, don't spoil it.
no, dude, like, trust me, it's worth it, it's worth it. Like, dude, if you make this choice towards the end of the game and you choose to turn on your lights outside, then he'll say, oh, it's off of me. And then, dude, you
Oh,
hear a knocking on your door in like the tower,
Mhm.
and then you see through like the top slat, you just see red eyes, bro. And then your screen just goes black, and it just says like, and like the end.
Wait,
And dude, that just scared the shit out of me, bro, because it's like breaking the third wall. And Cass, when you were saying that, just the whole thing of like going through the like, because you pointed out like how it was like this big, massive block of like forest.
Mm.
Dude, when you said that, that just reminded me so much of like the goat man just taking people, and I was like, oh my god, bro, that's scary.
dude,
You know what I
what's-
mean?
You know what's crazy about that game? Is
What?
you can literally watch in the watchtower. You can watch his lights and like stuff moving around, and like if he gets attacked, you can watch his light like go
Oh yeah,
crazy.
it's panicking flashlight,
so
and
crazy.
you can see like a tree fall over at some point, like where the goat man like messed around with
It's
it.
so whack.
But you can't see it well because it's just a dark forest. Like if you go to like the veranda of your little tower, it's just insane.
Miko, Gavin, do you have any scary stories of your own?
Not really.
Not too much. I've like, dude, none of my scary stories have payoff. They're all just kind of like me being scared shitless, but like nothing bad
Yeah.
actually happens. But I
I
put
have
like, what?
I have real scary stories, like not my stories, but like I know a bunch of like real scary stories.
Wait, do you mean like real scary stories? Isn't like campfire, like fake scary stories, or just
No,
other
no.
people's scary stories?
No, like real things that have happened, in, like real crimes and stuff.
Oh, dude,
Like-
I listen to so much true crime podcasts, and it's like really messed up.
There's this one of this man, and he went hiking in this like remote bush, and you'd think that like no one would find him. And we posted to social media, and then one day he stops, and they're looking for him, and they never found his body.
Really?
Oh, wait, no, that might be another one, but I think he was murdered. They found like a skeleton or something.
Bruh.
And when someone looked in the video, he was in like a private property, so he wasn't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But if you look
I
in one of
think
his
I know
photos,
about that one actually.
you can see like someone in the bush somewhere,
Oh
and
no.
everyone thinks that's who killed him. Or there's this other one where these two girls went missing,
Oh, I know exactly which one you're talking about. I know
and they
which
take
one.
a bunch of photos. Mickey, do you know that one?
Yes.
Ah, Mickey, you might want to like take over if I miss out anything.
Wait,
These
is
two girls are traveling like the world or going to some countries, and they decide to go for a hike, and they have their phone. Anyways, they go missing, and people can't find them.
I'm pretty sure it's in like South America or something like that.
Yeah, some
It's like
Some
a
of-
country where they're not familiar with the landscape, and it's like a
Yeah.
foreign
Ah.
country.
and they went for a hike, and they went missing. And eventually, they found their phone. And
Like
the only
it,
the photos were really weird. Like they took a close-up photo of one of the girls' hair, and they took a bunch of photos of the sky and stuff. And they would think that they had the flash on and were trying to signal for help. But then their bones were found, and like the skin was taken off some of their bones and stuff.
oh jeez, bro.
So they were
Oh,
obviously
dude, do you
murdered.
think it was a chance that the person was trying to like? Because, dude, I don't want to make this like take a weird twist. But you know how like a lot of psycho killers and stuff, they actually take like sexual gratification out of like ripping
Yeah.
people up and stuff. Do you think that like there's a chance that the person was actually using their phone to take pictures of their hair and stuff because it was a
Maybe.
turn
No,
on?
they don't.
It,
They don't
it
think
could have been.
They said they might, like, it might be a trophy, like the killer trying to take trophies, you know, like how
Ah,
the
yeah,
killer-
yeah.
But in this case, no one
There was no
like.
killer had taken the phone, you know. Then they kept the
Also, but there's one photo missing.
What do you mean
Isn't
one
it
photo
like-
missing?
It goes because like one in the phone's data, right? And it goes like so the way Apple, I think it was an Apple phone, but like the way the phones actually label images so they come out in order. It's like PNG like 103, PNG 104. And I think
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
PNG 105 was missing and they couldn't recover it. Which is really weird because usually it's so easy to
That's
recover
so-
an image like that.
Yeah,
So they think it was like tampered or something with.
because that would mean that they had to delete it, and then it would still be in the recently deleted.
Yeah,
So
like
then you'd
it's-
have to delete it from that as well.
No, but they said that the only way to erase that data is if you tried to completely delete it off the device with like no other storage. Like you'd have to override
Really?
the data. But like that's what they're saying. That's what the police said. But the thing is, you can't override the data because she still had storage left.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah, it's really
That's
sad.
weird, man.
So I was listening to this true crime podcast, and
Mhm.
this was in the
Well, that's
northern.
meta, dude. Talking about another podcast.
Yeah, really, dude. Seriously, giving him a shout out. Are you kidding me?
So basically, it was in the Northern Territory, and there was this couple from England, and they were like traveling the world, right? And basically, they were driving. Actually, no. I'll give you some backstory. So
Yeah, sure.
in the Northern Territory, it's like so desolate and barren there's just like nothing there, and you see another person like very rarely. So basically, there was this couple, and they were like driving along this road, and they were being followed by this guy in a car, which is really strange because you don't see people very often. But like, he signaled for them to stop, and then so they stopped, and he said to them, "Oh, there's something wrong with your car." And then like they got out of the car, and they were like checking it out and stuff like that. But then I think he like fixed it in quotations. But then when they got back in the car, he came back at them with a gun, and he killed the husband, I think. And he took the girl hostage. And then like he had the girl in the back part of the truck. So she was like bound with duct tape and stuff like that. And he just kept going. He kept driving. And I think the girl actually managed to get free. And then she found some more people who were driving along the road, and like they
Wait, what do you mean get free? Like escape the trunk without him
like
knowing?
no,
Yeah.
basically what happened is she like got out of it somehow. I'm not sure how. And then
Out
like,
of what? The car or the duct tape?
So
She just
it's
escapes the man.
it's like
All right, sure.
yeah, so she escapes this guy, and then she gets picked up by these other people who were traveling along the road like 4 hours later, because she was hiding in the bush because she was scared he was gonna come back and
Oh,
look for
yeah.
her. And I think he actually did, and he was flashing his lights into the bush to like try and brighten everything up.
Ah,
But he didn't find her, thank goodness.
god damn, dude, that's so, dude.
Because
She
it's
must have
scary,
been.
yeah.
Imagine her heart.
No, I was about to say,
But-
could you imagine if the people who picked her up
But
then killed her?
The people who picked her up, they like, she was very distraught, obviously. And then eventually she went to the police and reported it. And then like it started going around the news and stuff like that. But the
Yeah.
news people didn't believe her because the story sounded so whack. And like she had some holes in her story, but it was a true story. And like the media was saying she was fake, she was making it up, while she
Yeah,
was
well, that's
actually
'cause
not, and she
News
had like
reporters are dumb.
yeah,
Such
exactly.
a bad industry. I've got a scary story. I'm fairly certain this one isn't real.
Go
but
for
pretty
it.
good. So this person's working at Dairy Queen, and
That's a good start.
and they walk out and they're closing up, and they go outside and they go out back where there's like the garbage, and there's this guy and he's really really sus, and they just assume that the person's homeless. They quickly like pack up the garbage and then get straight back in, and then they leave really quickly because they're kind of like scared. They got a bad vibe. Anyways, they go into their house and they go up to their room and they look out and they see the guy behind the guy from the dumpster behind
Yeah.
her bins out the front of her house. And so she calls the police, right? Obviously. And like the person gets arrested and she's like, "Can you please search the house? I'm scared." And like, okay. They go through the house and they said that there was another person, like a friend of this guy, right outside her door, like her bedroom door where she was, with a butcher's knife.
Ooh.
And if she like stepped out of her
No.
room, if she stepped out of her room, she would have gotten sliced and diced, bro.
They were, like right outside of her door.
Yeah, like right outside her bedroom. Also, I'm just having you know, I spooked myself a little earlier. I was over at my desk, but there was a lot of space behind me, so I'm now at my bed, so I can see my whole room.
Joe, let me tell you right now. I just repositioned my desk today because I'm getting my house painted so I can move furniture around. I repositioned it so that my the back right behind my desk behind me is literally like a sliding glass door that's always unlocked, and it just has my full black backyard behind me, dude.
No,
Dude, I'm like,
no, nuh-uh.
yeah, not a fan, bro. I'm kind of like, I don't know. I kind of need a Yakult.
Spooky.
Oh, scary.
Any more scary stories you can think of? True crimes. This is fun. I like this.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I never really got in the phase of watching true crimes. I just watch like really cool ass like prison break stories and stuff
No,
like
dude.
that.
I
Yeah.
just listen to them while I'm playing Minecraft, and it always makes
Yeah.
me paranoid, but I can't
Ah,
stop
dude.
listening to them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Herobrine.
Here's the thing. Here's a fun fact about me. I listen to like these cheesy, scary stories to get to sleep.
Actually,
And yeah, the one I just told you was like one of them. And I know it sounds weird, like, oh, you listen to scary stories to go to sleep. That's so dumb. But it's because it's not really that scary like anymore. Because I've gone through all the good ones. And I used to listen to the good ones like back in like grade 5, you know. And
Yeah.
they'd actually scare me back then. But now I've listened to so many, I've gotten to the point where it's like just
Cheesy stories, you know?
yeah.
and I know, but so it's literally just like something to listen to. Anyway, so I've got a bunch of scary stories now. Like there's this one
Right.
where, sorry, were you gonna say something, Gavin?
No, I'm just trying to think of this one, like because I read this like I followed this like scary story like Instagram account a while back,
Yeah.
and I read this thing on one of the posts about. I'll try to say I don't remember too much about it, but I was just like, imagine being in the scenario, like how just absolutely terrifying would this be? Like there was this like hillbilly like hunter guy, you know,
Mhm.
and like they had a picture of him on the post. He looked like your 30-year-old KFC manager, dead ass. He looked fine. He was just a normal looking guy, and then it turns out that what he would do was kidnap young women from like around his town, and then take them out to like this lodge that he had built like out in the wilderness, and then he would set them free and then give them like an hour and then test his hunting skills by hunting them down and then trapping them and
No
killing them and
way.
then skinning them and then eating them. He was a cannibal. And I was just like, dude.
For a second there, I thought you were talking about the Archer episode, but then the whole skinning and eating thing came along, and like, you know,
Nah, dude, but just like, dude, like just because they showed the guy. He looks like such a normal guy, dude.
Mm.
And it's just like,
Was this a real story?
yeah, it was about this man.
No.
It- He would like,
hell
dude.
no. To the
Okay,
Nah.
no, no.
I'm just saying, can you imagine like, because, dude, okay, it's weird because somehow it's more terrifying when you are unsure that if you are going to die as opposed to when you know that you're going to die. You know what I
Sorry.
mean? It's kind of like one is fear, like one is like, you know, I think there's a difference. I read like an analysis on like Subnautica a while back, and it was how it's good because it doesn't use jump scares, which is just like, oh, insta death, you know, scared. It uses terror, which is risk of dying. And I was just like, okay, imagine being abducted by this guy. You're at his house. He has weapons like on you pretty much, and like all this kind of stuff. Like it's pretty clear that he's gonna kill you.
Sure.
Sure, you're scared. You're obviously like, you know, horrified, traumatized. But then he lets you go and then says that he's going to come after you in an hour, and you're just running through the dark forest. That is much worse because you kind of know that there's a little chance that you can get away.
You want to know the science part, like a fun fact about that though?
Yeah.
What that guy said in the Subnautica review is completely true. Us humans have a primal fear of the unknown. That's why someone wearing a mask is inherently scary to us, because we can't recognize its face and it's an unknown. That's also why a lot of people are afraid of the dark. It's literally a primal fear of like the fear of not knowing stuff.
Do you know what that fear is called?
No,
Xenophobia.
the fear of the unknown or the fear of
Fear
the
of the
dark?
unknown, dude. It's whack. And
Yeah,
every
and-
human has it. And it's just like, what?
Yeah, so I learned this obviously like through film when I was like looking at horror movies, but
Yeah.
it works for real life and it's so true. Like that's exactly it. Because if you know you're gonna die, like it's still just as scary. But the thought of surviving, you freak out because you're trying to think of how you're gonna survive this situation. But like that kind of freaks you up. That's too much pressure. To like
Yeah.
pressure on with the fear, double scare, bro. That's
Oh,
I hate that.
dude, it's just
Oh wait,
awful.
I have another story. This one's really short as well.
I'll go for it. Just checking, is Cass still here?
Yeah, dude, I'm vibing.
I wasn't, dude. Are you
Yeah,
just like, are you just like,
I was literally
legs are
about to
shaking?
say,
Nah, dude, I turned my chair around. I got my legs up on my bed. I got the chair and recline, dude. I'm fucking
Oh,
thriving.
dude, optimum horror story position. All right, go for it, Jerry.
Exactly, dude. I'm so relaxed right now.
All you need is Pringles, sour cream, and onion.
Facts, dude.
Yeah,
I was
sponsored.
literally about to say before. Cat's kind of quiet, kind of sus right now. I think we should vote him.
He's been taken by the hunter. No.
Anyway,
Trust me, dude. If that guy, captured me and gave me an hour,
We hear a chain whip.
by the time he finds me, he gon' wish he didn't give me the time.
Oh, dude.
anyway, this story is really short, but this college student decided to walk home or hitchhike home, part of like the way.
Yep.
And anyways, he does it and gets in the car, and pretty much he gets in. The nice man picks him up, and he gets a really weird feeling. And the man didn't really do anything wrong. He just felt really uncomfortable. And anyways, he literally jumps out the car, right?
Yeah.
Just because he just got this feeling, like there was
Dude.
nothing.
Good boy. Good on him.
Yeah, he like a few years later, he was watching the news, and you know that really famous killer clown?
No, but yeah, I don't. I
Um,
kind of don't want to.
He's like a bit chubby. He's like a really like famous clown who killed a bunch of kids, or it might have been him or a different person. I can't remember, but it was like
Yeah.
a clown killer. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, he was like on death row, I think, and I don't know how real this is, but I heard it was real. And they said that when he was listening to the he was listening to the news report, that he got like questioned, and they asked him stuff like, he was just pretty much talking about his first times killing people, and he said one time he picked up this like young guy, and the guy jumped out, and this was gonna be like the first guy he was gonna kill, or like the first person he wanted to kill, but the guy jumped out the car. So he said ever since then he took all the locks off his cars when he picked up hitchhikers. He took door handles off his car.
That's
Bro,
dude.
that's
Wait,
mess.
and did the kid find out about it?
Yeah, that he was watching the news report, and I was like,
Dude.
nah.
Damn. Get rolled.
Yeah. So
That really. Oh, dude. But I feel sorry for that kid because he must have felt like, dude, just with traumatizing stuff like that, like he probably felt a lot of guilt in the fact that that was an influence onto later killings.
yeah.
Like some kids were never like
Survivor's
inevitably
guilt type
killed.
thing.
What's that?
Like survivor's guilt type thing.
Yeah, pretty much. There's always the ones that don't make it. But just because like him doing that, and the killer actually like admitting to the fact that, well, he did that, so I did this, and I did the door lock thing, so now these kids can't escape. It's just like, bro, Jesus, you probably feel just like awful for the rest of his life because you kind of know that he had like a bit of a part in that.
Do you guys ever think about, this is gonna sound really weird, so sorry if it does,
That's all good.
but like, do you ever think about like scenarios like that? Like, what if I got kidnapped?
All the time.
But then, yeah, like that's a common thing I've found. But like after that, do you ever think about like the psychological trauma you think you would have after that?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
I pretty often. Okay, look. In stressful situations, in like high stakes stressful situations, I do pretty well, right? Like, for example, one day on Corporal's course, right? One of the instructors just said to, some person in the section, completely random, like aside from everyone, said, in about an hour and a half, randomly collapse and say you've got a snake bite. I want to see what they do. So
Yeah. What?
basically,
Who said that? Sorry.
so one of the people that were marking us, like one of the staff that was marking us,
Yeah.
said to someone in our section
Jeez, what a
at
dick.
some point, just randomly, when everything's normal and you're just walking or whatever, randomly fall over and say that you've got a snake bite. See what they do.
That's
So-
just baited.
So yeah, she did. She was like one of the two scouts, right? Like in the section formation. And then randomly, the rest of the section was walking behind, and then she just fell over. And from the time she fell over to the time we had a splint and a compression bandage on, took 47 seconds. Because
Damn.
the instructor was timing it as
Jeez,
well.
bro.
So yeah,
Blimey, guys.
from the time she went down to the time we got everything done, 47 seconds. So yeah, like I do pretty okay in, high stakes situations like that. But
Yeah.
I pretty commonly think what would happen in a hostage situation type deal, right? Like wherever it is, whether I'm with friends or I'm at work or whatever the fuck, right? Like if I'm at work and some people decide to hold it up, right? To like try and rob it, like what do I think what do I want to say that I could do, and what would I actually be able to do?
Yeah,
True.
oh my, that's so true. Like, I always think
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that,
yeah.
'cause when we were talking about the zombies earlier, like, a lot of the stuff we say, I think we could do a lot of it, and that's what we'd want to do, but, like, again, like, I am usually I'm not horrible under pressure, like, I'm not the worst, but I'm definitely far from the best, like,
Yeah.
if I'm under pressure, I'm gonna overthink things. That's terrifying.
That's one thing that I think I do quite well is when when I've got like adrenaline going, I'm quite good at just not letting my head get flooded. Like I just get what needs to be done.
Actually,
Which I'm, pretty grateful that I'm able to do that because it's come in handy a couple times.
Actually, one thing I did where I completely acted with no stress or like no hesitation was my sister's girlfriend was over and she steps out the toilet, and this is like for like context. I'm in like the living room,
Yeah.
then there's this like long corridor, and then there's the toilet at the end of the corridor. I see her step out the toilet. She looks really woozy, and she just suddenly drops to the floor and like hits her head on the tile really hard.
Okay.
And she was having a seizure.
Oh my god.
Jeez,
So the
bro.
second I do is I like run as fast as I can, and I grab a towel, and I make sure she's not like hitting anything. I quickly move it under her head. Obviously, I don't like grab her or anything, but like put it under her head so she's not constantly hitting her head. I quickly go tell my sister, and I quickly grab a glass of water because I can do anything from there. I can't like touch her. There's nothing she's hitting. Had to wait. I told my sister, and I was like, maybe you need to call the ambulance. My sister's like, oh. So like my sister goes over, goes to her, and she goes to touch her. I'm like, don't fucking touch her. And then she stops. So we give her the water, we hydrate her. And yeah, like I don't like. Usually I'm not very confident in my skill. There wasn't any skill there, obviously, but like, I just mean I'm glad that I didn't like buckle under the pressure.
Yeah.
I just immediately like was like, all right, this is what we need to do.
It sounds like you were like experienced. Like when you said that you grabbed the towel, I was just like, all right, did that? Okay, either that took some like a 5-second train of thought, or you just went, right, I know what to do. I'm gonna go get a towel.
Well, this
Like,
was
which one was
like,
it?
this wasn't too like it was immediate because remember we've gotten our first aid training, which definitely helped.
I don't. Okay, listen, I don't want to flame the course, but it was like.
Oh, it really didn't help. But like the things they told us was a lot more valuable than the things we did, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of like you knew what you need to do, but like just from the one time they showed it, you would not know how to do it. But at least you know what to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but luckily I think I'm it's really lucky that she was in a not. It would be more lucky if she was in more of an open space, because obviously a tight corridor she would hit herself more.
Exactly. Yeah.
But the fact that there was like not much to move, which was really like helpful, especially because our toilet's right next to our bathroom, like where the shower is, where the towels are. So I could immediately grab a towel, put it under her head. Actually, I might have ran. Our bedrooms are really close. I think I might have even grabbed a pillow. I can't remember. I know I grabbed something soft.
Yeah.
We put it under her head.
That's smart, dude. All right. Can we just go a quick little like I don't know how we
Back to the
applaud into our
scary
mic.
stuff.
Quick little like applaud to you, Joe, because like that's actually like really smart. That's like really cool.
Yeah.
That's Paul.
Yeah. Good,
Thanks,
good
guys.
stuff.
job.
Good stuff.
Hey, good on you, Joe. On that note, I think we should kind of get up to wrapping the podcast. 'Cause,
Sounds
Good.
Yeah,
By the
I
way,
think
Been a while.
guys, the podcast has been going for like 2.5 hours.
That's okay. It's a two-part.
guys, and can I just say, this has been absolutely amazing.
This has been so good.
This has been like the chats that we wanted to have from day one. So thank you, boys. All right,
Notice
thank you.
how every time I'm on the podcast it slaps. Come on, guys.
Dude, shut up, bro.
First time I'm on the podcast, we got 2.5 hours of straight. Like,
Yeah.
Facts,
Insane.
dude.
You need
Easy.
to have mean Cass on more, bro.